Hi everybody, welcome back to Sid's Modern Life, episode 57, with me, Sid. Season 2 I should have mentioned as well, but, you know, that kind of goes without saying. And we're here in the thing. So last episode we got this lot. We worked out that we can grind all of these items. We can then smelt all of these items, and these being the practical offshot of those. And I was looking for a way to mass smelt these. So as and when any of this stuff comes in, it just gets squirted straight through the system and gets produced into ingots or gems. And we worked out that we could do that with the... Oh, we're going to need you as well, aren't we? We're going to need two of those, actually. Yeah, do we need two? Can I get away with one? Maybe should use two. Maybe should use two. I think two. Two flux points. So I kind of came up with. Oh, I have two. Excellent. There we go. I kind of came up with the idea. Let me just pop that into the shulker. I've got a plain box standard shulker here to handle all of this stuff, and we are going to need a few more ender chests. Because we're going to use those as transport. And chesty, coal, bang, bang, make me one. So I'm trying to think. So I need to output stuff for grinding. I also need to output stuff for smelting. And there's three over there, isn't there? That will do as returns because they will all go back to the thing. So that we're going to need those. We are also going to need hoppers. Hoppers. We are going to need hoppers, many hoppers. We're going to need, I think, 20 hoppers. So we'll do those. Shouldn't take long. And we're going to need, oops, let me pop those in there. We're going to need some, alright, with a bit of luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nori crystals. Have I got any blocks? Inori I have, which is good news because we can basically convert those back to crystals, and that will get us for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that should be everything we need, or at least everything we need to get started. Let's head down over here, and I've already started. I've dug a thing out the back of some more space over here, and I've started digging down here as well. What I didn't do is finish digging down here, as you can tell. What I didn't do also, there's more things I didn't do. I've just realised I missed a item that we need. Shift C. We'll just take this out for starters, and we'll get this space done. So this is the room I've got for my automatic processing rig, and to be honest, that really is much more of a grand name than it needs. Comes off of, you know, this is space it needed to be used, so we used it. What I did forget was framed corners. Frame. I think is it frame? Hang on. Framed corners. Yeah, they'll do me. I could do with some more, which are. Give me them. That. Yeah, I think that'll be enough. Okay. And this is only one of the things I want to do this episode, and a lot will depend on whether we actually get it done, but you know, that's another thing entirely. But what we will do is let me just think this through. We need to put our shulker down. Still not used to using these. This is a new toy for me, so you will have to excuse me. I know it's an old toy for many people, but I really did skip a whole bunch of vanilla play and never really picked up on the shulker thing. And of course, if they were vanilla shulkers and, you know, we had everything that the vanilla element of the stuff went, then I probably wouldn't be that bothered. But since Vasky turned them into that thing where you can basically put stuff in them while they're in your inventory, I was, well, call me impressed, I suppose. Right, and then what we want to do is we want to come, no we don't. What we want to do is we want to grab some of that and some of that. We'll go and grab our chisel, and we are going to start with rusty plate. Rusty plate, there you go. And you can come straight down the middle here. We'll worry about the lighting in a moment, because this is all going to change anyway. The other thing is, of course, is what's going to happen is my little astral sorcery ability is going to kick in, and if I'm not careful, and you know, get all helpful, which is a pain in some respects, because you know there are times you want it to work and times you don't want it to work, and the time you don't want it to work, it will work. Anyway, we need to rip out this floor, and we're going to replace that with this. We've got the ceiling in, which is quite dull and bunkery, and yeah, I'll get that done. Be back with you in a sec. Alright, we're kind of there. We've got the strips in. This is, again, nothing fancy. So if we count this off, this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So starting here, 1, 2, all the way down to here, we have 11 blocks, and that's deliberate there. And then we shall, obviously it's deliberate, I counted this off carefully when I started digging it, and that's okay there. We also need to come out 1 block at the end there, and probably right down here we'll come in and just pop this. In fact, we shall do that down the entire line. I may sleep to get rid of that thunderstorm as well, because I'm conscious that 1 or 2 of the builds around here are flammable, and lightning bolts will, you know, often offend. In fact, let's clear that, shall we? Because it would be terrible if things burnt down or got blown up. So that's that, and then we'll do the other side all the way down. Alright, let me just get this done. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, set up hoppers running down to ender chests. I'm going to need to go and get some purple dye for those. Power down the side, and the input will be from the top. We need to go and grab some purple dye, and we also need to pick some colours for the other chests. In fact, let's grab those chests. Wow, what? I think I need 1 more ender chest. I might be, let me have a look. Need 1, 2, yeah, I need 1 more. Okay, not a problem. I mean, I could have merged them both into the 2, into 1 ender chest, but yeah, not a great deal of point. So we need to make another ender chest, another ender chesticle of that variety, and we're going to need to grab some purple. Alright, got the crusher all done. And we've got 3 that we've got room in here now to put a crafter into the side there, or even underneath if we wanted to, which we'll consider now. I'm going to come over 1, 2 to here. Now unfortunately this is a little bit uglier, but there's very little we can do about it. It's got that, well, it's got that going on now. I don't think we can use MC multi. I don't think we can use chisels and bits with this. It should work, but it didn't, and I don't know why it didn't. Let's just check something. If I go and grab any old chisels and bits and go in here and go to, say, Trying to see, why would it be there? Can't do that. And yeah, it's just not taking them at all. I don't know why. MC Multipart is installed, so yeah, one of them things. We will live with it, because at the end of the day, it's really not the end of the world. We'll take you out, however, and pop that in, and that one actually. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just do that for now. However, we can get our ender chest for the smelterer, and that is definitely going to have an export, a crafting export going on around it. So yeah. In fact, that might actually be our key. Let me just take you out. Let's make a crafter. Start, please. Thank you very much. Just the one will do me. Doesn't take too long. But this has got the advantage that this actually is a solid block model, and it also connects. So if I go in there, you're the wrong way around. I know that you can turn it around, but it doesn't really matter. We'll do it that way around. That's now pointing into the block here, which means I can now come in here like that, and we can place you like, oh, not like that. Well, we can do one like that, but right now, oh god, everything's revolting. Okay, let's try that again. One there with a wire coming over here, then we come with a wire there, and we'll bring that in there. That is both compare or dictionary, yes and yes, for whatever reason. And what we can do then is tell it that I would like it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What did I miss? Diamond. So it's got some stuff in it. There's some more for good measure. And obviously now that's smelting. And then we can take 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we do find any more, we've got capacity on this interface here to put in more bits. And they will just get cooked quite happily. Now we've got the crafter there, and what we can do here is that at the moment we have a crafter for diamonds, which is crushed diamonds, so we can clear that one. We don't need to worry about it. We have a crafter for sand to glass, that can go over, and that can go over, so we can just take these straight over here and place those in there, which means that we can take out this and this and that and that and that. That can stay in because it's handy to have a powered furnace. I may hide it a bit better than that though. Well, good. Okay, let me sort myself out a little and I shall be back with you in a mo. Alright, that seems to be working. We're getting a lot of crushed black quartz. I didn't realise I had quite that much. Iron grit's going through. Obviously we did know we had a reasonable amount of iron, and obviously our power should be, yeah, it's fairly stable, which is what you'd expect given the power levels we're running with at the moment and what we're actually doing. So we have automated ore processing, we've cleared this out here. So what was that? That is exporter. Oh, that's the, yeah, all right, that can come out there. We'll pop you there for a second and we'll stick, this is my No, that's wrong. I don't know where the third speed upgrade went, but anyway. So that is exporting to the ender chest for the seed. That is our just, if we want to export something, we put it in here as a item and it spits them out into a chest if we want a bulk output, and that is our import. Storage wise, we're not even 1% full. That's all done. Let us get rid of that and that and that. Oh, that needs, and that needs to go away. Hey, no. There. Yeah, still got to tidy up this place a little bit, but we'll take you, and we have automated ore processing. We've got the Chaos Shrine. I also want to automate fishing and enchantment. Automate fishing. Actually, it's not with the fishing, it's automated. Automate enchantment extraction. I'll just put it down as that. And there is a reason for that. The fish farm has been off for a long time, and the reason for that is if I look in here and look at fishing rod, for example. Actually, no. All right, bow maybe. Of course, they're all over there, aren't they? I get so much crap out of the fish farm, and obviously those items, you know, we've got plenty of storage, but they're a pain to get disenchanted over there. Now there is a way to do it, and I've been playing around in a creative world, basically trying to work out how best to, I mean, we should also do something with this thing, for example. I mean, this is our paper production, absolutely in the bag, but that's not so much of an issue because we can do that with a cloche now, or we could do it with sugarcane in a cloche. There are many ways of doing it. However, this thing, as it stands, is a very simple. It doesn't really do much. It does need, obviously we've clogged that right up. It needs power now. Ah, interesting. You cunning person, you. You've taken away the requirement for a rod. Because all we did is we were just piping out into this, and that needs to change. So what we actually need to do is power that. Okay, that's not a problem. We can do it. And that kind of gets rid of the need for the rod, I presume. Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, I need to check how long we've been recording, because I'm not entirely sure. I have been between sessions doing a little bit on this, so we went down. Damn you. Oh well. Have a drink. Add the Wither Ward, but not the inebriated, you see. That's because I'm getting to be a hardened drinker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. And I've left this running. This is full now, so that's fine. Back in a mo. Oh, I've got a little project. We're only about 20 minutes, just slightly under actually, and I've got a little project, but it does require me to kill this skeleton. No, it requires me to test something, and I need to do that. I need to head over to the enchantment area for starters, because I need to try renaming an Animania sheep, which, depending on how this works, will either work or it will fail. Now I brought my shulker. I've got half a dozen name tags. I'll just do one as a test because I don't want to waste the levels. And let me just double check this one because I don't want to do this wrong. Name tag. We go, and it is, if you, yeah, that's it. So if you name it, hang on, if you put your thing in there and you call it, what I want to basically do is I want to call it Jab to get the old, and it's Jeb underscore apparently. So we'll try that on a sheep and see what happens. I mean, we know what happens. Obviously, when you name a sheep Jeb, you end up with the funky disco sheep. But how does that affect it with Animania and sheep? And the answer to that is I honestly do not know. So let's find out, shall we? There's got to be some. I know there's some sheep. There are a few. There's not a lot because I butchered most of the Animania mobs in the area. Remember, way back when the breeding was out of control. But there's bound to be a sheep somewhere abouts. I know there's at least one up on the top. Actually, I think there's one up on the top there. There's a ewe, a Suffolk ewe off the top of my head. There you are. Over there, look. Haha, right, Mrs. Ewe. You are going to be called Jeb. Damn it. And you give me some bog standard plain wool. Right, well, that scuppers that plan. It's the only problem having Animania, it has actually broken a few ideas I've had for things, because of course it is not standard Minecraft. So my plan was to automate the shearing of sheeps using that block and name them Jeb and get funky disco sheep, automated funky disco sheep wool. That plan has now been, oh, and the reason I wanted it, I wanted flashing blocks for the chaos altar. However, all is not lost. Let's have a look at Enori. Enori is iron, isn't it? Redstonia. Let's go and grab some red. In fact, let me just run up here. There should be a reasonable amount of redstone in the system. And that should also have a reasonable amount of stuff still going through it. So, if I make redstone blocks, let's make 64 of these. Hang on, redstone blocks, please. Make me some more. Make me 64. Less. Oh, dear. Just make me 64. Go, do it. I think you'll get there. And I should be able to empower these reasonably easily. Well, not empower them, but actually turn them into redstonia blocks. Goes down fast, doesn't it? Okay, take those. Put those ones back. That's fine. And we're going to chuck that over there and go and grab that. Now, if we want to empower these, we need to use nether brick, redstone, red and brick, and we'll get a kind of a glowing, flashing thing. Now, I did think about the void crystal. In fact, I am very tempted to go for void crystal. Void crystal is just coal. That's even cheaper. Let me put those away. I know I've just wasted a whole load of redstone, but coal block is that. So if I want a stack of those, that's that. If I then go and throw you over there and zap you, that gives me those, and then we can use those with charcoal, ink, flint and stone. Charcoal, ink, flint. We know we've got loads of stone, so that's not a problem. And then what we shall do is we'll get hoppers. I'd like 4 of those. Make me 2 more. That should give us everything we need to very rapidly charge up this lot. Now, if I come over here with the hoppers, and the hoppers are fairly obvious, I'm doing that. Oh, love the ambience that you get with this. So we'll stick one of those can go in there, those can go in there, those can go in there, and then that can go there. Naturally it's going to take time and power, but that's not too big a deal, is it? If I were a sensible person, would I try that with another hopper? Because then I have to remove it. You see, at the moment I'm on a 2-click process. Let me just go and see if I can do that with another hopper. I don't think I won't get away with having a. Or will I get away with a? Let me just do that. Let me go. Make me 2 more. I've never really tried to fully automate this process, so the question is, will this even work? Because I think underneath there is. Oh, we need to have a sleep. That's a good idea. Pop, come on. Pop, 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 pop. I suppose the other thing we should check is, can I chisel this stuff? Let me put that down, because it's, I mean, that's all over. That is just such a lovely shifting, shading colour. And I can, and it changes. Okay, that's brilliant. That's all I need then. I probably don't need multiple stacks, but we might as well do them while we're at it, because it's only juice and things now. Give me that. Give me that back. Thank you. This. Yeah, you are not powered. So if I do that and that and that, we should just be able to leave this to it, shouldn't we? I think. Well, we'll see what it can draw out. That's the, I mean, obviously it can pull in, but even if we get it down to 1 click, that's a bonus. I may do some of the redstone here as well, and maybe try some of the other, if we have a look at the empowered blocks. That was your red empowered. The palace crystal blocks might be fun. I'm not going to waste diamantine and emerald. The Inori is a little bit dull, I think. So we'll see how that goes, but that is definitely working. So I'm going to leave that to it. In fact, I'm going to go and grab. I'm going to grab a trapdoor, I think, and what we shall do is we'll run in there first, and we'll get a screenshot for this episode. But I think this is probably going to be it. I'm not sure exactly how long we've gone, but in fact, I'm going to pop the black clay in the end there first. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.